Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at noon.
Now at noon, News 6 is kicking off the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program, how you can help give thousands of kids and seniors in need a very Merry Christmas. Candace.
Certainly doesn't feel like Christmas outside as temperatures are already heating up back into the mid to upper 70s. When can we see the return of the 80s? Your full forecast coming up in minutes.
First, though, a Sumter County school employee has been arrested accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old student. The Sumter County Sheriff's Office says 26-year-old Madeline Mead here was working at Wildwood Middle High School. Deputies say school officials were informed by a concerned student about the relationship. Sheriff's Office started an investigation and immediately removed Mead from the school. She is being held without bond. Now, the Sumter County School District posted a statement on social media saying in part, quote, student safety is and will always be our top priority. If anyone chooses to harm or take advantage of a child, we will address it immediately and work directly with the Sumter County Sheriff's Office to ensure they are held fully accountable and never placed in a position to work with students again, end quote. In Marion County now, deputies say a man was shot near a high school this morning. This happened around 5:45 near Oak Lane and Locust Pass Trail in Silver Spring Shores. The Marion County Sheriff's Office says the man has been taken to the hospital, is in critical condition right now. Officials say because of the timing with all this, law enforcement has ramped up its presence at Lake Weir High School. So far, no suspect is in custody. Anyone with information is being asked to contact the Marion County Sheriff's Office. All right, let's talk about the weather. Absolutely spectacular Friday shaping up as we take a live look outside from the camera overlooking Daytona Beach. Sunny and 70s. Honestly, not a ton to complain with when it comes to the weather. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos breaks down what we can expect as we head into the weekend. More the same, though, Candace.
Yeah, a little warmer. Every day we're going to warm up just a little bit. So today will really be our last day in the 70s because by tomorrow and into your Sunday, it's all about the 80s. Even our overnight lows will start warming up back into the 60s. So that cold snap now is in the rearview mirror, and us here in Central Florida can start to finally thaw out after we survived the first cold snap of the year. Looking here at satellite and radar composite, you can see a big ridge of high pressure still in control across the deep south. It will continue to shift out towards the Atlantic. As it does so, we'll get the return flow off the ocean, bringing with it more of those typical temperatures for this time of the year, upper 70s to the low 80s. Downtown Orlando Skycam right now, just a beautiful live look outside. Brought to you by Light Orlando, delivering hope together. Right now we're at 75 degrees. Now the humidity's not too bad. It's a little higher than how we saw earlier this week. But again, the humidity levels will start to crank up a little bit, and so will those temperatures. Elsewhere around Central Florida, we're at 72 in New Smyrna. Speaking of our beaches there in Daytona, again, 75 as well in Ocala, 74 degrees currently in Kissimmee. And then throughout the next couple of hours, looks like we could warm up another 2 to 4 degrees with plenty of sunshine and that onshore breeze. But after that, we're back into the 80s, folks. Now the big question is how long could these 80s stick around? We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Candace. New at noon, a former Marion County deputy has been sentenced to 25 years in jail for shooting and killing his girlfriend after a night of drinking. 33-year-old Leslie Boileau was found guilty of manslaughter last month for the death of his girlfriend, 25-year-old Paulina Wright. Boileau shot Wright last September after an evening of drinking, which he claims was an accident after they were cleaning their guns. Emergency responders found her dead at their Ocala home. We now know the Orlando police officer whose high-speed chase ended with a homeless man getting run over and killed will not be facing any charges. News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez has been reviewing the decision not to prosecute and spoke with a friend of the man who was killed.
Oh, there was a guy under your truck.
Under my truck?
That was the moment Detective Christopher Moulton learned he had run over a man while trying to pull over Darnell Bargnair for not having a readable license plate. The chase reached 90 miles per hour.
It ended here on Indiana Street where Gerald Neal was standing. Bargnair hit him as he jumped the curb before hitting this pole behind me, and then Moulton's car ran over Neal just seconds later.
Moulton got out of his truck and chased Bargnair. Once Neal was spotted by another officer, he was taken to a hospital where he later died. Prosecutors say the injuries that killed the 56-year-old were caused by Bargnair, so he's being charged with vehicular homicide. But the state attorney's office found there wasn't enough evidence to charge Moulton.
You have to look at, well, what caused that crash?
Attorney Evan Self, who isn't affiliated with this case, says if the prosecutor felt a conviction wasn't possible, the right decision was made.
What I think the state was doing is looking at the police officer's actions and maybe at some point his decision-making wasn't the greatest. He shouldn't have perhaps have continued this. But the actual cause of the crash and then the cause of the injury was really caused by the defendant leaving and fleeing.
Those who knew Neal and were there that night feel otherwise.
If it wasn't for him leaving his truck on top of Gerald for 33 minutes, he would have never died. He would have survived the little dragging from the first car. They needed to charge because he was wrong.
OPD released a statement saying Moulton is still on alternative duty pending an internal investigation into any policy and procedure violations. In Orlando, Stephanie Rodriguez, News 6.
Some Republicans are now joining Democratic lawmakers to support a bill requiring documents related to Jeffrey Epstein be released. Epstein is a convicted sex offender, and a CBS News review shows that President Donald Trump's name appears hundreds of times in those documents. More than 20,000 pages were released by the House Oversight Committee this week. The president, meanwhile, has called the whole thing a hoax and has denied any wrongdoing.
I've talked to many of the women, and the women themselves have said that Donald Trump did nothing wrong.
President Trump says he will ask the Justice Department and FBI to investigate Epstein's involvement with prominent Democrats. That includes former President Bill Clinton. The holiday season is upon us, as is the time for generosity, right? Today we are kicking off the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program, always a great program, and it connects the community with children and seniors who need your help to have a very Merry Christmas. News 6 anchor Lisa Bell is live at the mall at Millennia, where a tree filled with wishes and needs is up. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Justin, that's right. We are back at one of our favorite places this time of year, the mall at Millennia. And the work that's going to take place over the next few short weeks is nothing short of a Christmas miracle. Last year, we got results for 6,000 kids and seniors in our community. And this year, we're trying to even top that number. Here's a look back at how it all came together last year.
It is a special day. Anchors Matt Austin and Lisa Bell are at the mall at Millennia.
From kickoff day in mid-November, people across Central Florida spent the next 4 weeks adopting the perfect angel.
I have a 9-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl.
From trees at the mall at Millennia, Chick-fil-A restaurants, and online.
Without this, they would have nothing under the tree at all. Oh my gosh.
Opening their hearts and wallets, all to make the magic happen for 6,000 kids and seniors. Their name, age, and clothing size listed on their wish list.
And it doesn't matter what's in that bag. I know it's going to put a smile on my son's face.
All the gifts then purchased, packed, and delivered to the Salvation Army's so-called Joy Center for Distribution Day.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Y'all have a blessed day.
It's a day we at News 6 look forward to every year. Hundreds of bicycles rolled in and rolled out.
Pick one teddy bear per shop.
Yeah. Along with stuffed stockings and bags full of gifts.
Oh, she's gonna love this.
We met one mom last year who was battling brain cancer.
Blue is her favorite color. She loves bears. So we're gonna do a white teddy bear with blue.
Dozens of elves making their list and checking it twice.
You know, it's the season of giving, and I said, let me find something to do and give my time.
Giving countless hours to match the right gifts with the right angel before heading out to their new home.
A unicorn. What I teach all my kids, Christmas is not about receiving gifts. Just be thankful that you was able to see Christmas.
I'm back out here live. This is one of the angels this year at the tree at the mall at Millennia. We're talking about a 3-year-old girl named Amy who is hoping for some clothes and a dollhouse this year, and her favorite thing is a princess. So this is one of the 6,000 angels that we are hoping to give something special this year, have something from someone in our community to adopt them and make this season a little bit brighter for them. For more information on how you can get involved in the Angel Tree program, we have all sorts of information for you listed at clickorlando.com. For now, we're going to send it back to you in the studio, Justin.
It's such a great event. All right, Lisa, we appreciate it. And if money's tight for you, it's 15 to 20 bucks. Every year I do it, that's about the limit where, you know, all those needs are requests are taken care of. So hopefully some folks can get out there and adopt. We appreciate it. Well, hundreds of Special Olympics athletes were welcome to Orlando this morning on a first-class train ride from South Florida. for the Fall Classic Games. Now, this is the second year that Brightline and the Special Olympics Florida have partnered to host more than 350 athletes and their families on the trains. The athletes are from all over the southern half of Florida. They were greeted with cheers and well wishes before competing at ESPN Wide World of Sports and UTSA's national campus. We wish them best of luck. The musical Footloose will be hitting the stage here at Orlando soon. Coming up, a glimpse of what it looks like, and you're going to hear from one of the lead actors. First, though, would you take off on a hot air balloon? Well, it's happening this weekend in Central Florida. We'll have that and 6 things to do this weekend up next. We leave you with a live look from our Mount Dora camera. Lake Dora looking really nice. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan. Looking for something fun to do this weekend? Well, after this week's cold snap, warmer weather is on the way just in time for a fun-filled weekend. For the first time ever, a balloon glow, drone, and laser show lights up Lake County. I spoke to the CEO, Jeremy Kowarski, about what you can expect.
Bring your own chairs and blankets, stake a spot, go enjoy all the vendors, the music. We've got a great DJ that plays literally everything that you're going to want to hear, and family friendly, of course. And that way you can kind of participate in the atmosphere of the festivalness of it, as well as get a ride on a real hot air balloon.
It starts at 5 p.m. Friday and Saturday at Willow Tree Park in Groveland. Illuminate kicks off this weekend at Aquatica from 6 to 10 p.m., featuring giant lanterns, shimmering displays, glowing walkways, and more. Tickets start at $25. Festival of Trees returns this weekend to the Orlando Museum of Art through November 23rd. Enjoy a winter wonderland, live entertainment, and Santa meet and greets from 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Tickets are $20 for adults, $12 for kids. Astrofest at the Orlando Science Center is this weekend from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Celebrate space and astronomy with hands-on activities, films, live shows, and more. The Flapjack 5K is Saturday in Leesburg. from 8 a.m. through noon, featuring a 3-mile run or walk and a pancake feast. Race entry includes a finisher medal, complimentary mimosa or Bloody Mary, and all-you-can-eat pancakes. This Saturday at 10 a.m., Ponce Inlet Historical Museum hosts Sandbox Archaeology, a hands-on dig for young explorers. Expect pleasant weather.
If you have something fun happening in your town next weekend, let me know. I've been getting so many cool events from viewers just like you. Just head over to clickorlando.com or a News 6 app. Just click Contact Us.
All right, here's a live look outside from the Launch Credit Union Port Cam overlooking Port Canaveral. Beautiful blue skies out there, great boating weather as well, and the return of the 80s, just like some shoulder pads back in the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos here, breaking it all down as we head into the weekend.
Teasing the hair, getting
That's
ready
right.
for the 80s, all the
Acid
neon
wash
colors.
jeans, yeah, sure.
All right, let's talk about the weather forecast. And yes, the return of the 80s, just on the thermometer this time, all right? We are talking about nice, mild conditions for your Friday. We had a foggy start, turns into a mild afternoon. Do expect a repeat performance of that early morning fog tomorrow if you got to get out the door early on Saturday. But Saturday afternoon, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even into most of next week, most of us will be staying, again, in the 80s with our overnight lows slowly creeping back into those 60s. So the warming trend certainly has begun. Now, temperatures out the door for your Friday afternoon, grabbing some lunch with some friends or running some errands. We're at 75 right now in Daytona, 75 as well in Ocala, 74 in Kissimmee, 74 in Melbourne. But now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for your Friday.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
Highs this afternoon back into the upper 70s under mostly clear skies. It will be a bit breezy, but the winds coming in out of the ocean is what's going to help really start warming us up pretty slowly. Now, lows later on tonight, once again, along with those 40s across our northwestern zones. Patchy fog certainly will be a possibility again early tomorrow morning. Our overnight low in Orlando and about just before sunrise on Saturday morning will be in those mid-50s, mid-60s as well. So if you maybe have Friday night plans, you want to maybe take dinner outside or take the outside option at the restaurant, it won't be a bad night. It will be very nice, very comfortable. Not too hot, not too cold. Just right for this time of the year. Looking here at the clouds and rain futurecast, mostly sunny skies will continue for your rest of your Friday throughout the overnight as well and into your Saturday afternoon. Not a lot of rain, not a lot of cloud cover. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of rain in the forecast for the next couple of days, so you're going to have to water your own lawn and water your plants and things like that because that will certainly be needed. There's a little weak front that could possibly make its way or try and make its way into the area on Sunday. It has no energy backing behind it. Just do expect a little more cloud cover, but really that is about it when it comes to any big changes in the forecast. Now your weekends, not looking bad. We're talking about low 80s both Saturday and Sunday. Still pretty comfortable on Saturday afternoon. Humidity is not too high either. 81 is going to be our high on Sunday. So let's talk about even warmer weather. We got a big upper level ridge, and that's still going to take over most of the southeast through the majority of the week and into early next week. But until this jet stream gives us a nice dig, we're not really going to see it sending us any significant changes in our temperatures. So the jet stream expected to stay pretty north, limited fronts at least throughout Thanksgiving, meaning highs can be staying upper 70s, low 80s. Very typical for this time of the year, but slightly above normal as we look here at the Climate Prediction Center. As far out as about November 28th, we could be dealing with abnormally warm weather. That's not saying that it's going to be record-breaking or temperatures in the 90s. It's just warmer than the average of 78. And as your results here, your full 7-day forecast after more early morning patchy fog this morning, to expect more of the same on Saturday with, again, the return of the 80s. Justin.
All right, Candace, thank you. Well, if the cold is more of your thing, ice has returned to the Gaylord Palms Hotel. After the break, we're going to share who the face of this year's theme is. And here's a live look again over downtown Orlando from our Light Orlando Delivering Hope camera. Somebody alert the Chamber of Commerce on this spectacular Friday. You're watching News 6 at noon. Keep it here. We'll be right back. Happening today, ICE at Gaylord Palms is officially opening with a special debut from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The exhibit features 2 million pounds of ice carved into the scenes from the classic Christmas special, including the North Pole and the Island of Misfit Toys. All the friends of the movie are there. Visitors can slide down 2-story ice slides. They can crawl through snow tunnels and then see those Rudolph sculptures with the glowing red noses up close. ICE runs now through January 7th at Gaylord Palms in Kissimmee. Keep it here. We'll be right back. A high-energy musical filled with singing, dancing, and several hit songs is coming to Orlando. We're talking about Footloose. And here's some video of rehearsals from the theater nonprofit behind the show, Little Radical Theatrics. The show is based, of course, off the 1984 movie when a big city teen moves to a small town with a ban on dancing and rock music, tries to shake things up. Spoiler alert. Just kidding. The musical includes hit songs like, well, Footloose, Let's Hear It for the Boy, and Almost Paradise. News 6 producer Brooke Savage spoke to the 2 lead actors in the show.
A teenager from Chicago. He moves to a small town in Beaumont, Texas. And basically, the thing about Ren is he eats, breathes, and loves dancing. And one of the many rules of Beaumont is there's no dancing.
People can expect a great load of fun. They can expect a little bit of everything. They can expect to have a good time, to be happy, to be sad, and see like all the emotional stuff.
All right, so Footloose will be at the Dr. Phillips Center next week, November 20th through the 22nd. And we have posted the full interview along with ticket information in this story. It's up on clickorlando.com/settingthestage. And while you're there, you can get the latest theater, arts, and entertainment news sent right to your email inbox with our Setting the Stage newsletter. Just go to clickorlando.com/newsletter to subscribe.
I've seen you cut Footloose.
Yeah, no, it's a great movie. Kevin Bacon, one of my favorite Kevin Bacon flicks.
Yeah, it's a good one.
No, it's a good one, and I kind of want to listen to that on the way home with the windows down.
With the windows,
it's a windows down kind of day.
If we had top down, we'd do top down.
Yeah.
That was your old car. All right, let's talk about the weather forecast across the area. Temperatures low 80s. You can see the return of the 80s. Speaking of Footloose, Saturday and Sunday, 81, 82 degrees. So enjoy it. The weather's still going to feel great.
How did you know I had a VW Cabrio for about a month in high school until I said I can't drive
We're like brother and
this anymore.
sister. Come on.